Hello, I'm Ollie and this is Criminally, where I talk about crime, pulp, horror, that kind of thing. Today, new books. I've got a fairly substantial book haul for you. So yes, I've had a decent number of books come into the house since my last book haul video a couple of weeks ago. Probably too many. I probably do need to slow down again. So one of the rules I changed in my new Read What You Own challenge. So if you missed it, I completed my first Read What You Own challenge where I read 100 books I already own before buying any new ones. I've now started a second Read What You Own challenge, and in that second Read What You Own challenge, I am allowing myself to buy books for events, group reads, buddy reads, things like that. So as a result, I have got a few books that I've bought myself in this haul today. But the majority of them are ones that have been sent to me, either very kindly by viewers or by publishers and authors. So anyway, without further ado, let me get on. These are in no particular order. Well, they're kind of in order of size, so the stack doesn't topple over. So let me start at the top with a book actually that just arrived today. So this and some other books as well, which haven't arrived yet, were very kindly ordered for me by a viewer, Chris. So thank you very much for this, Chris. This is Able Team Book 10, Royal Flush. So fills one of the gaps in my Able Team collection. So very much looking forward to reading this. They do look very smart on the cover there, don't they, the chaps? They kind of look like accountants or something like that who just finished work for the day and then therefore have taken off their ties and also have guns for some reason. So anyway, I'm sure this will be entertaining. It is of course by Dick Stivers, although of course not actually by Dick Stivers because Dick Stivers is a made-up person. It's actually by Stephen Mertz, who's really good actually. Stephen Mertz is one of those, one of the army, no pun intended, of people who ghost wrote books like this, but also publishes his own series of westerns, one of which we read for my Patreon book club, a book called Zombies Over Yonder, which was really fun. So looking forward to reading this as it's a Stephen Mertz one. Next up, we have a book that I used to own years ago. I had the same edition I'm holding in my hand now, I think, and parted with it in some downsizing of books at some point. Alex from the channel The Bookubus mentioned this on her channel the other day, and I commented to say I've always been intrigued by that book. I used to have a copy of it but never got around to reading it. She suggested we do a buddy read. That was therefore a trigger for me to have an excuse to buy a copy of the book. So the book is Flicker by Theodore Roszak. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that surname correctly, which does sound like a really interesting book. So I think it's about like a cursed movie. It's supposed to be really, really creepy. It's longer than I thought it was. I had it in my head that it wasn't that long, but it's over 600 pages. So hopefully I'll get that buddy read booked in with Alex soon. Next then we have a couple of books that I will be reading for March Mystery Madness. One of them covers a March Mystery Madness prompt. The other one is just a general mystery, but also one I'm doing a buddy read of. So let's do that one first. So this is The Bootlegger's Daughter by Margaret Maron. So I'm doing a buddy read of this with one of my patrons, Heidi. So this looks like an entertaining mystery. It's the first in a series about someone who is, I think, a judge or a lawyer in North Carolina. So Heidi's read these before, but many years ago, said they were a really fun mystery series. So looking forward to that one. And then specifically for March Mystery Madness, I got Three Blind Mice by Ed McBain, my favourite writer. So this is, for one, the prompts for March Mystery Madness was book 9 in a series. This is the 9th book in the Matthew Hope series of mysteries. So I've read the first 4 or 5, I think. So I will be reading this one out of order, but generally with McBain you can read out of order without too many problems. Let's do a few more that have been sent by subscribers then, or a subscriber. So you'll remember, or you may remember, in my last book haul I featured book 7 in the Witches series, which was very kindly sent to me by a subscriber, Neil. So that book was written by, so published under the name James Dark, but actually written by a guy called Lawrence James. Neil subsequently emailed me and said he discovered he had some more books by Lawrence James. So this series, Waste World, published under the name James Barton. So this is a like post-apocalyptic, as you can see by that cover, a nice post-apocalyptic cover. Matthew Chance is the ultimate survivor, it says. I'm pretty sure I remember these books from my library, my local library when I was a kid, but I never read them. So these came out in 1983, this one, so around the same time as the Witches books. They look very short. So this book is 128 pages long, but look how big, like the print is really quite huge and the margins are reasonably sized as well. So I think I will fly through these. So they all look fantastic anyway. So yeah, Waste World Book 1, Aftermath. Book 2, Resurrection. Book 3, Angels. And book 4, My Way. So these look really, really fun. Thanks again for sending these through, Neil. I will look forward to reading these soon. I may save them for Garb August, but I may well read them before then because they look fantastic. Next then, a book that was sent to me by the author. So the author is Kaylee Dobbs, and the book is The End, which is one of the Black Shadows collection. So I have another one of these that was sent to me by one of the other authors who contributed to it a while ago. They're really lovely little books, beautifully presented. So they are micro collections of short stories. So I'm not sure if this is this a collection? Yes, this has got 6 short stories in it. But really, really cute little collection. So thank you very much for sending that through, Kaylee. Kaylee also sent me, and I've lost it somewhere. Kaylee sent me a really cute key ring. Oops, and now I've dropped it on the floor. This video is not going well. So Kaylee also sent me this very cute little ghost key ring, which is really adorable. So I will be putting that onto my keys soon. Okay, I've got some from publishers now. So a few from Titan Books. So as I said in my last book haul video, Titan sometimes send me emails and say, would you like this book? And sometimes they just send me books. So a book that they just sent me, I think they did send me an email saying, would you like it? And I hadn't got around to replying to it, but it does look really good. So I'm glad they sent it to me. So it's A Botanical Daughter by Noah Medlock, which has got a fantastic cover. I really like that cover. So this is I think a Victorian kind of weird fiction type thing, albeit contemporarily written now. A new book, but set in Victorian times. So yeah, this looks very entertaining. I shall look forward to reading that. They also sent me, and I did ask for this one, Black Sheep by Rachel Harrison. So loads of people I've seen raving about Rachel Harrison's book Such Sharp Teeth, which I do have on my Kindle, but I haven't read yet. This one is supposed to be really good as well. So a creepy horror story about sheep. Eric Lorca calls it the most enjoyable and compelling horror novel you'll read this year. So a high recommendation from Eric. So yeah, looking forward to that one. Really like the cover of that one as well. And then they also sent me, so I'm very excited about this one, Cuckoo by Gretchen Felker Martin. So I really, really liked Gretchen Felker Martin's book Manhunt. I thought that was really fantastic, incredibly grueling and hard to read, but a really, really good book. So very much looking forward to Cuckoo as well and seeing what this is like. The New Yorker calls it. Oh no, that was a blurb for Manhunt. Let me read you the blurb on the back from the publisher. Invasion of the Body Snatchers meets Tell Me I'm Worthless in this relentless and visceral horror about a group of queer kids trying to survive the conversion camp from hell. So that sounds fantastic. Really looking forward to that. The cover's a bit glossy, isn't it? I don't know if that's because it's a proof copy. Yeah, slightly shiny cover, but should be fantastic. Right, another one I bought for myself then. So for my Stephen King project, where I'm reading all the Stephen King books I haven't read yet, I thought I had all of them already, but when I looked for this book, I didn't have a copy of it. So the book is The Dark Tower, the final book in the Dark Tower series, so book 7 in the Dark Tower series, the final book I need to read, so I'm probably going to read this next month. It has got lovely illustration, so I just like randomly picked this copy off eBay because it was the cheapest one, not realizing that it was an illustrated copy. So it's got really nice full color illustrations in it. So given I only paid like £3 for it, I'm quite pleased with that. It's a bit tatty, the book, but the illustrations are in very good order. So yeah, looking forward to finishing The Dark Tower, albeit I think lots of people didn't particularly like the ending. So we'll see what I think of it. Next then, so an author who I featured on the channel before and really enjoyed, Tom Mead, contacted me a while ago. So I did a review of Tom Mead's first book, Death and the Conjurer, a while ago. A really enjoyable kind of golden age locked room mystery. Tom contacted me to say his new book, the third in that series, is out soon. Would I like a review copy? I said absolutely. And if you've got any copies of the second book in the series lying around, please send me one of those as well. So his publisher have sent me this. This is the second book in that series, The Murder Wheel. I could read this for March Mystery Madness, actually, because it's got someone in evening dress on the cover, so I could read this for the To the Nines prompt. But yeah, if this is anywhere near as good as the first book, it's going to be an absolute delight. I really, really enjoyed that, so very much looking forward to diving into this one. And then finally, oh, hold on, because I've had the books stacked in size order, and I picked them off from the top and now put them down. They're now in reverse size order, so there is a bit of a teetery tower there. So thankfully this is the final book now, and hopefully I can talk about this before the tower collapses. So this was sent to me by Bob Dice, one of the publishers of Men's Adventure Quarterly, a fantastic series of books that reprint articles, stories, magazines, illustrations, things like that from Men's Adventure magazines from the 50s, 60s and 70s. So one of the other books they publish is this, One-Man Army, which features the artwork of Gil Cohen. So Gil Cohen did the artwork for many of the like Executioner books, the Mac Bolan books. In fact, probably, let me check, he probably did the artwork for this Able Team book. I suspect, I can't see a signature on it, but I suspect that's Gil Cohen. So yes, so they sent me this, Bob sent me this book, One-Man Army. So this has nice, like, full page illustrations that were originally the covers of Mac Bolan books. So just a wonderful, wonderful thing to look through. A lovely Men's Adventure coffee table book. God, look at that one. He's skiing in that one. Marvellous. That's quite Bondy, that one, isn't it? And a nice little article at the front here about the Mac Bolan series, and about Gil Cohen. In fact, I think it's an interview. It looks like it's an interview with Gil Cohen about the experience of illustrating those covers. So yeah, really looking forward to having a good sit down with a cup of coffee and a flick through this. So there you have it, a few more books that have come in. I've no doubt there will be more coming soon, and I will talk about those in a future video. There's definitely some more from Chris coming, so that was the first of 4, I think. So yes, I'll report back with another book haul before too long, no doubt. But hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know if you've read any of the books I showed today. Let me know what fantastic new books you've got recently. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Hope you're safe and well out there. Hope you're reading good stuff, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Cheerio.